We saw in our earlier discussion how we can improve the quality of our life, and by creating attachments and creating bondages in an unpredictable world, we as if self-inflict anxieties and disappointments from nowhere. All of that is unnecessary. We have the option to have a different attitude. We have the option to be the observer. And our mind functions a little bit like all or none. That is like a law used in physiology, which means if in our mind even there is a little bit of poison, you lose all your happiness. Just as a glass of milk, if it has one drop of poison, then it spoils the whole milk. If the mind that is, say, happy, you give that mind one drop of anger, one drop of anxiety, it spoils the mind. By our life of attachments, we give ourselves a drop of poison from the word go. It may be more than a drop, but we spoil the mind, and we are not even giving ourselves a chance to know our potential, what it is like to have a mind where there is zero poison, where there are no undercurrents of desires and undercurrents of anxieties. We can experiment with this mind from now. To have this mind permanently may be a process, but we still have an option to experiment with that mind, to know the mind where there is no drop of poison. How? See this world with different glasses. And what are these glasses? Let us call these glasses of the detached observer. In the spiritual language, it is called soul consciousness. And what is happening then? In this model, with these glasses, we see the whole of that physical world as a little theater, as if it is a drama. And the observer is watching this theater. Observer is invisible. Observer is non-physical. Observer is from a different world. We are trying to get a feel of the observer, what it is like to be completely free and observe. So for such a person, all that happened yesterday happened in a theater. And what happened today happened in a theater. Theater, there is a story. He has no complaints about the story. He has no anxiety about the story. He knows the whole thing as a script and a stunt. He is not impressed with the props and the masks. He knows it is an entertainment. It's a theater. At most, he is curious to see what is the next plot and what is the story. He also knows the world beyond the story. And the world beyond the story is the real world for him. In this model, this world is subtle and eternal. The theater has limits of time. Theater is not subtle, it is gross. This is all. The person is aware of this subtle reality beyond the theater. And as a result, he remains free. This understanding prevents him from creating attachments. This model helps him to experience a mind where there is 0 drop of poison. This is a huge achievement. If we are talking about quality of life, then this is taking the life to a very, very high level. Because such a mind is free from sorrow. Many things may happen in the theater. He has no complaints, he has no anxieties, no disappointments. This mind is free from the drop of poison and so experiences that silent bliss. This mind experiences silent peace, supreme peace. This mind experiences contentment. Mind that can handle the ups and downs that happen in a theater. When anyone has such a emotional stability, he can think more clearly. And one who can think more clearly is more useful to himself. In fact, such a person who is rich emotionally and rich in head is useful to others, useful to himself, useful all round. He doesn't run away from the theater world of actions. He doesn't run away from anything. That's why the word detached involvement. He is free, but he is also free to come back into action. He may get through his job and family and people and social and all that is happening. He has a rich inner life. That is the starting position. And from there, he is influencing the outer life. In other model that we saw earlier, People rely upon the outer life to create their inner life. And as we saw before, outer life is unpredictable. Outer life changes. In this model of a detached observer, he first makes the inner life rich. And then he comes to influence the world around him.